Today I'm going to share with you some little acts of decluttering ready for March. Hello, my name's Rachel and I do videos all about decluttering, minimalism and my nose bend year, and today we're going to do a whole month's worth of little acts of decluttering to get you started with decluttering around your home. So every month I create a free downloadable PDF on my website declutteryourlife.co.uk, and you can download it for absolutely free, and it will have all the little acts of decluttering that I'm about to share with you ready for March so that you can tick them off as you go along through the month each day, and you can know that you are making those steps towards decluttering your home. So a little bit about these little acts of decluttering. I came up with this about a year or so ago when I found it a little bit overwhelming trying to clear my whole home. So I started doing these little areas at a time, and I just found that so much more helpful, and it still felt like I was making progress and I was still managing to declutter and reduce the amount of things in my home. So I now share my little acts of decluttering with you on a daily basis. I share them on Instagram and TikTok if you want to follow along for daily reminders of the little acts of decluttering, but they are there to help you declutter your home a little bit at a time so that it's not overwhelming and not too much to do. With each little act of decluttering, I've got a little bit of information about it or some tips or tricks to help you with that area and to help you focus in so that you can get the most out of each area. For the 1st of March, I would like you to go through any old address books. You may have some old address books over the years that you have kind of forgotten about and maybe are out of date with people that you don't really speak to anymore. See if you can declutter any old address books for starters, and then have a look at your most recent address book and see if there are any people in there that you can take out of it that you are no longer in contact or no longer wish to be in contact with, and remove them. It could be that you have an address book within your phone as well, so could you take any people off there that are not relevant? Can you make sure that everything is up to date so that you do not have any outdated information? For the 2nd of March, I would like you to get rid of any old children's books that your children have outgrown. So your options are that you put them aside in a box and store them somewhere for a future child, or another option that you could do, which would be really much appreciated by lots of different people, is to donate them to either your local library or to your local primary school or high school, because they will be happy to have any donations of books, especially ones that are really popular, because it costs money for books and it's such a nice way of giving back to your local community. There are also little library boxes around. I've got a little library box in my local area, and they rotate the books around so that people can get access to books a bit more regularly without having to go to the main library. So that's another way of kind of helping out your community. For the 3rd of March, I want you to get rid of any excess travel. This has kind of lots of meaning to this. So cutting down the amount of journeys that you do, so you're reducing down the amount of petrol and kind of physical things that you're doing, your extra journeys that are perhaps unnecessary. Can you cut down so that you are making sure that you're only going food shopping once a week, or do you do once a month for a big shop and then smaller shops once a week? Decide what works for you, but make sure that you are sticking to that and not doing additional trips to the shop. Make sure you're really thorough so that you're cutting down that excess travel. And also when you're travelling, think about whether or not there are local sites that you can go and see for days out, rather than going further afield at this point, to see if you can reduce down the amount of money that you're spending on petrol. For the 4th of March, I would like you to get rid of any unused cookbooks. This is quite a nice one to be able to offer to friends or family if they are interested in cooking. Make a note of any recipe that you will use, but if there are recipe books that you're not really looking to, you're not really using, or you don't really like the kind of style of it or the food style, then see if you can donate them or declutter them. For the 5th of March, I would like you to make sure that all the windowsills are clear of clutter. This is a really great way of getting rid of any visual clutter, so make sure that you clear them off, give them a clean and tidy, and anything that's on there, make sure that they go back to their rightful place. For the 6th of March, I'd like you to go through your food cupboards and get rid of any items that you are unlikely to eat before their expiry date. These are items that you could donate to friends or family or to food donation banks. Here the idea is that you're freeing up some space in your own cupboards for items that you've bought kind of maybe on a whim or to try and didn't really like. Get those out of your cupboards to free up space for the things that you do. For the 7th of March, I would like you to make sure that your car doors are clear of clutter. So make sure that you haven't got any unnecessary bits of receipts or rubbish, etc. in the car door, or any items that are kind of weighing down the car, because the less weight that you have in your car, the better for fuel economy. So make sure that it is clear of clutter. For the 8th of March, I would like you to go through the car boot and make sure that you have only got essential items in there. So for me, that is shopping bags and wellies. So those are the only things that I make sure that I have in my boot, because those are essential to me for the food shop and we do a lot of walking. So to have wellies, especially in the winter months, is vital. For the 9th of March, can you get rid of any old pet toys, ones that are looking pretty knackered or kind of disgusting maybe? See if you can get rid of any old ones so that you can make way for new. For the 10th of March, can you get rid of any old tablecloths? Make sure that you are keeping just a small selection that you use regularly if you use tablecloths. Otherwise, can you get rid of them? For the 11th of the month, I want you to go under the bed and make sure it's clear of clutter. Can you reduce down the amount of things that you store there? Is it something that you could reduce down and declutter? For me, I quite often keep some sentimental items under there, so it's just about making sure you're going through it regularly and reducing down what you have. For the 12th of March, can you get rid of any duplicate photos? These could be ones that are stored on your phone or on a laptop or device. Can you reduce down any duplicates that are similar and choose the best one? This is going to save you lots of space on your devices to free up for new pictures. It's also one that might be worth doing on a regular basis, like once a week, checking in on your phone and just getting rid of any duplicates so that you have got a kind of handle on things, because it's quite easy for it to build up. For the 13th of March, can you get rid of any old CDs or computer software? So it might be that you have got some older things, older games or older software that you used to have for an old desktop PC or something like that. Could you get rid of them or donate them or sell them? For the 14th of March, can you get rid of any razors that are either blunt or ones that you don't like, so that you are only keeping ones that you are actually going to use and are ready to use? For the 15th of March, can you get rid of any excess coasters? So make sure that you have enough that you need on like your coffee table or side table, and then get rid of any excess. This is just going to stop there being additional items being stored around the home that are unnecessary. For the 16th of March, can you get rid of any balls or inflatables? So these could be ones that you picked up on holidays or trips or vacations. Can you get rid of them so that you've only got ones that you are actually going to use or play with? For the 17th of March, can you get rid of any duplicate tools in your toolbox? Have you got lots of different versions of Allen keys that you could just keep one set and get rid of any spare? I know that quite often with different flat pack furniture sets, you get given an Allen key every single time, and do you need to keep every single one? Probably not. See if you can reduce down the amount that you have so that you only have one of each. For the 18th of March, I want you to get in the habit of only touching things once when it comes to dealing with items. So this could be when you take the post out of the letterbox, you need to deal with it straight away, you're only touching it once, you've dealt with it, you then don't have to touch it again to deal with it. So the idea is that when you get that post, you immediately get rid of any junk mail that you don't want into the recycle bin and deal with any post that you have got to deal with. Does it need to go in a specific tray or drawer, and do you have to respond to it? So it's about only touching things once, so you're not creating extra jobs or extra things to do. For the 19th of March, can you go paperless with your bills? This means that you will be able to download them digitally and store them digitally, so that you don't have to keep the paper copies and have them come through the post. It's one extra thing that you don't have to deal with. You automatically will get an email telling you what your bill is, and you can download it and save it and look at it, and it saves on the paper clutter. For the 20th of March, can you get rid of any downloaded music that you are no longer listening to or enjoying? So go through your collection and see if there's any that you can take away from and delete, so that you don't have to use up any of your storage for items that you're not really going to be listening to. For the 21st of March, I want you to declutter any programs for events that you may have kept. Quite often with theatre trips, you can purchase programs to go with it that has information about the cast, etc. Do you need to keep them? Are there ones that you can declutter or reduce down and just maybe keep your favourites? Or could you declutter them all together? For the 22nd of March, can you declutter any currency from any other countries? So this might be old currency that is no longer in existence for many European countries before they had the euro given to them. Can you get rid of them? Quite often you can donate them to different charities and they take them. I know that in one of the supermarkets they take donations of old currency as well. So see if you can donate them so that you don't have to keep hold of them. For the 23rd of March, do you have any spare calculators that you're not using that you could declutter? Most people have a phone with a calculator on it. Do we need to have a spare one? Unless you're using it for your business or for your office at home, do you need to keep it? And do you need to have several? So make sure that you reduce down so that you only have what you need for that. For the 24th of March, can you get rid of any jigsaws or puzzles that have any missing pieces? See if you can recycle them because they're usually recyclable. For the 25th of March, can you reduce down the amount of coats that you have? It might be that you have some for winter, some for summer. Make sure that you have something suitable for different weathers, but no excess. So see if you can reduce down your collection. For the 26th of March, do you have any sports equipment that you could declutter that you are no longer using? Could you donate it or sell it to friends or family or on a local selling site and earn some extra cash? For the 27th of March, can you use up any food in your cupboards so that you are reducing down the amount that you're storing? So get in the habit of using food up on a regular basis so that you're not having any wastage by things expiring. For the 28th of March, can you get rid of any excess luggage bags? So you only have what you would generally use when you go travelling so that you don't have any excess. For the 29th of March, can you get rid of any old toothbrushes, maybe ones that you've been using for cleaning that are worse for wear? Can you get yourself a replacement? For the 30th of March, can you declutter any old phone cases? They could be quite tired or worn or not used anymore, or you don't like them anymore. Could you get rid of them and reduce down your collection so that you only have one that you use on a regular basis? And for the 31st of March, can you reduce down so that you are only going to social events that make you happy? So reducing down your social events is really going to make a difference if you are somebody that gets quite anxious about things, or you're going to events that you're not really enjoying. So only prioritise things that are important to you and that you value so that you're not wasting your time or energy on things that are going to make you unhappy. So there are 31 little acts of decluttering for March. I hope you enjoy this kind of array of different little acts of decluttering that are a little bit more varied, a little bit more different, so that you have some different areas to work on throughout your home. And I shall see you soon for more videos about decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year. Take care, bye.